A reporter once asked the great Dr. Albert Schweitzer a pretty heavy question. He said, "Doctor, what's wrong with people today?" And Schweitzer's answer was incredibly simple, and honestly a little bit chilling. He just said, "People simply don't think." And that powerful idea right there is exactly what we're going to dig into. So let's start with a little thought experiment. I want you to picture 100 people all starting out at age 25. They're full of energy, they're ambitious, and every single one of them is absolutely sure they're going to be successful. Now, let's fast forward the clock 40 years. They're all 65 now. What do you think their lives actually look like? Well, the reality is, it's staggering. Out of those 100 people, only one becomes truly wealthy. Just 4 are financially independent. 5 of them are still working, not because they want to, but because they have to. And a shocking 54 of them are flat broke. That means 95 out of 100 people fall short. So what on earth went wrong? What happened to all that fire and ambition they had at 25? To figure this out, we need to get one thing straight. What even is success? It's not just about money. Earl Nightingale came up with this brilliant definition. Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. Think about that. It means success is a journey, not a destination. The teacher who's shaping young minds, the parent raising a great family, the entrepreneur building their dream company. If they're deliberately moving toward a goal they've set for themselves, they are a success. So what's the number one reason for failure? What's the big roadblock? Well, it's probably not what you're thinking. The psychiatrist Rollo May nailed it when he said, "The opposite of courage isn't cowardice. It's conformity. It's just drifting. Doing what everyone else is doing because, well, that's what everyone else is doing." They never stop to ask why. They're just acting like the 95% who don't succeed. This analogy just makes it crystal clear. Imagine a ship leaving a harbor. It has a captain, a crew, a detailed map, a clear destination. That ship is going to reach its destination 9,999 times out of 10,000. It's almost a sure thing. Now, picture another ship. No captain, no crew, no map, no destination. It just drifts. What's going to happen to it? It's going to end up a wreck, sunk on some forgotten shore. And a person without a goal is exactly like that second ship. Earl Nightingale spent 2 whole decades on a quest. He was hunting for the key, the one single principle that, if you understood it and applied it, would absolutely guarantee success. He was looking for a universal law. And you know what? He found it. He found the key that unlocks both success and failure. He called it the strangest secret. And it is this: we become what we think about. Just let that sink in for a second. We become what we think about. And look, this isn't some new age fad. This idea is as old as time. You go all the way back to the Roman Empire. Marcus Aurelius said it. Fast forward to the 1800s. Ralph Waldo Emerson said it. Then you have the father of American psychology, William James. He said it too. Throughout all of human history, the greatest thinkers have all landed on this one fundamental truth. Okay, so it's a really powerful concept, no doubt about it. But the big question you're probably asking is, how? How in the world does this actually work? Why do our thoughts have so much control of our lives? Probably the best way to understand this is to think of your mind as a piece of land, a garden. Now, this land is incredibly fertile, but it doesn't care what you plant in it. You can plant seeds of corn, that's success. Or you can plant seeds of deadly nightshade, that's confusion, fear, failure. Whatever you choose to plant, the land will grow it, and it will return it to you in abundance. Your mind works exactly the same way. As you sow, so shall you reap. All right, so that's the big idea. But you know what? Ideas are pretty useless if you don't do anything with them. So let's get practical. Let's talk about a 30-day challenge. This is a simple test, but I'm telling you, it has the power to completely change your life if you're willing to really give it a shot. Okay, you ready? Here's the game plan for the next 30 days. First, you've got to decide on your single most important goal and write it down clearly on a card. Second, carry that card with you everywhere and look at it every single day. Now, here comes the hardest part. You have to stop thinking about your fears. Every single time a negative thought pops in your head, you have to consciously, deliberately replace it with the mental picture of your positive goal. Then, commit to giving more of yourself than ever before. And finally, act as if it's completely impossible for you to fail. And this card? This is going to be your constant guide, your secret weapon. On one side, you'll have your goal written out. On the other side, these powerful words: ask, and it shall be given you. Seek, and ye shall find. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you. It's your daily reminder of the powerful law you're putting into practice.
The whole mindset you need to adopt for this to work is summed up perfectly by the writer Dorothea Brande. She figured this secret out for herself and boiled her entire philosophy down to those 8 words. I want you to embrace this attitude for just 30 days and just watch what happens.
So, here's what it all boils down to. Your mind is this incredibly powerful piece of machinery, like a giant earth mover, and you are in the driver's seat. You can either sit there, let it idle, and drift into a ditch, or you can grab the controls, pick a destination, and start moving toward it with purpose. The choice is always yours. So, the only question left is, where are you headed?